Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, beautiful people.
It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and we're in God's Hallelujah Kitchen.
Hallelujah.
And I'm chewing on a piece of coconut at the moment because we are gonna make some breakfast, and we're just taking you on a journey with us today, making breakfast. So I have just put a lemon and ginger tea bag in this cup. So I normally have my tea bag without sugar because I am trying to cut back and my sugar intake
Trying to lose weight?
and trying to lose off COVID-19 weight.
Oh my God. Yesterday I was in Warsaw town, and the town was so full with people, packed with
With
people.
people, oh my goodness.
It's as if these people were in prison and released from prison because the way that people gather in the town is as if the virus has ended.
Yeah.
And the way that they line up, there was no social distance between individual, and people line up. I was wondering if people were saving up to spend money, because the line that was there for bargain clearance, you think that either they hear that the price gone down to £1 or something for furniture, because that store sell like TV, bed, settee, on other stuff, household items. And the line, when I look at that line, I said I would not even try to venture to join that line to go inside, because the line was that long. And I was thinking, these people must have saved up throughout this period they were at home and waiting for the opportunity
to spend their money.
to spend the money, because they were out in number.
But when you think about it, the debt roll is still going up. The debt toll is still going up, and it only takes a wise person to understand that. Yes, the government may say that okay, shops should be open, but it's your responsibility to think wise about self. Is it the right time for me to actually go and group up with lots of people who have been, locked in for so long in their house, whether or not they actually who have caught the virus, who have may not caught the virus, who probably carrying the virus and don't really know that they have it. So are we so desperate for TV? Are we so desperate for clothes? Are we so desperate for furniture? Are we so desperate for a mobile phone? So that we will put our life at risk.
And don't even get to enjoy the mobile phone or the TV.
It's still out there. So when I saw it yesterday, I was saying, oh my God, if I didn't have to be in town, I wouldn't be out here today. Because what I'm seeing is it's not called for. Unfortunately, people don't realize, the seriousness of what is out there. People just come to a point that they're frustrated, and their frustration is allowing them to act foolishly. That's how I think. Comment and tell me if what I'm saying, if you agree or you disagree. I value every opinion, in the sense of how people see things and how they may view it. I know it's frustrating to be in the house locked down for so long, not being able to do your normal stuff, but you have to think about it, tread very carefully coming back, into, normality, because it's not like the government say to me, or the scientists, or whoever say to me that, okay, the virus is now dried up, or there's no more virus. Actually, they're saying the death toll is still going up.
Even in China.
It's now another case now started back in China. So this is now saying to me that it's not yet over until it's over. Yeah. So it's important to stay safe. It's important to stay safe.
Stay
So
safe.
hope my viewers are staying safe. Okay, let me just show you what is in the pot.
Freshly squeezed coconut.
My sister have just blended some coconut, and this is the milk from it. So this is what we're gonna use to make our oats
Porridge.
wheat oats porridge. Okay, so we start using the wheat one. The other ones are quite good and healthy just the same.
Same.
But we are actually, we saw this in Morrison. So we saw this brand in Morrison. Just set that. Yeah. So it's a whole grain porridge oats. So this is the one that we start to use because I'm trying to lose the weight that I've put on. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to say that I've put on weight. You've got to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, you won't have change. Okay, so I've put some weight on. Yeah, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't see it, but I actually put some weight on. So I have changed my eating habits throughout the week. So throughout the week we will have oats, whole grain oats porridge, and on a Sunday we have a treat. So we'll probably have ackee and saltfish, or we'll probably have liver, or we'll probably have kalaloo. We have probably cooked dumplings or fried dumplings, on a Sunday. But throughout the week, this is what we're having. Okay, so we're seeing if it will work. And also, we have actually cut up some cucumbers and put them in water. So we have this to drink throughout the day. And when we get up in the morning, we have a glass of water, full glass of water, before we actually eat anything. Okay? And we have our fruits. And fruits, this is something that we had from Allen & Barracks, and it's quite healthy. As you can see, is flaxseed, sunflower, pumpkin seed. Okay, so it said it's high in omega-3 fatty acid. Okay, so it's source of vitamin E, fiber, omega-3 again, source of zinc, and there is no added sugar. Okay, so what we do with this, we actually, when the porridge is cooked and sweetened, we put a spoon in it and we just have it in our porridge. Okay?
There's some coconut that we're gonna add
Into the porridge.
to the porridge.
Yeah. So this is actually coconut that my sister grated. So we're gonna put it into the porridge to have the crunchy taste. Yeah, so it's gonna be delicious. I don't know if you can see it. So this is the coconut. Let me just show. That's the coconut grated, and it's gonna be put into the porridge, and we have that crunchy taste. Okay. So how are you guys coping with now the country seems to start to be opening back? Other countries have already done so, but they like Jamaica, they have done so. One of the things that I realize in this country is the respect for church, and it's quite poor.
Yeah,
When you think
poor.
about England has actually birthed forth the gospel, and now we are at a state where the gospel seems to be something that is non-effect in this country. I'm not talking about any other country but the UK. And when I look, it was the last subject on their lips. The shops are allowed to open and many people can go in, so to buy and do and sell, and they're at close.
The pub. The pub.
They're so close with each other in the shop, because I've been in the shop, and it's very difficult for you to be at 2 meter distance in shop unless you stand in one place, and people are still gonna pass you anyway. But when you think about the church, the government weren't mentioning anything concerning church until I heard that. So I think the Pope or somebody from the Catholic Church had to really address this matter. What about the church? And then they're gonna say that, oh, the church should be open, but
only one person,
only for prayer. We can pray in our own. The church is actually a corporate setting. It's a place where people gather to, encourage each other, motivate each other,
empower,
fellowship with each other. That's what the building out there is for. That's what the church building. I am the church, so I can pray in my house. I don't need to go to the building to pray. I don't need to do that, because the effect of a prayer is not where you are, it's your heart
Mhm.
and how you're praying. So when the government is saying that open the church for prayer, for me that is rubbish. You know, the church is where people empower each other, and the church is important because it's important for the mental and the emotional
and
psychological part of an individual.
Mhm.
Can you imagine when you get into church? My church is a happy church. Church that I come from is quite happy. You know, I'm a Jamaican. My Jamaican history of church is
Yeah.
is
I
absolutely
love my Jamaican
history
history,
of church.
and I would not
And
change
my
it.
Jamaican tradition of church is something that I will not change. You know, because they know how to worship. You know, they may not be perfect. Don't get me wrong. They may not be perfect. They have their ups and downs. But when it comes on to worship, Jamaicans and Africans do know there may be corruption, and corruption is everywhere in the UK, everywhere, not only in Africa or Jamaica or wherever, but in this UK country, within the church environment, you got corruption just the same. You know, but when it comes on to my Jamaican worship,
that I'm broke in,
children
Reverend,
knows how to worship God.
They don't, not on their mobile phone.
They're not on their mobile phone. They're not saying to mom, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't want to be here.
In this country, young people and children, you hardly find them reverence
to God. No.
You hardly find them really active in church or even passionate about
the things of God.
They are not.
Very rare. I managed to saw a church, I think in Ackley, and I think it's a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
And I lift my hat up to that church because they have the traditional way of worshiping. And because of their traditional way of worshiping, their children are reverent. Their children are worshiping in God. But the new way are open to any doctrine. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, comment in the section if you think what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, if you agree or if you disagree, whatever you say, we all have our own opinion of things, and our opinions are valued in some way. Okay. So when I look at that church in Ackley, and I look how they worship, it reminds me of our traditional way of worship. There may be, even though they're Jesus only and we are Pentecostal, but the worshiping is something that I can acquainted with. When I see the children in that environment, how they're reverent to God. None of them are not on the mobile phone. They're knocking their tambourine and they're singing,
dancing,
and they're dancing,
and they're not afraid to testify.
And they're not afraid to testify. They're not shy. They're not,
reserved.
Hiding there. And what I realized with some of the kids in the UK is that they are too self-conscious. It's who is gonna look at me.
Yeah.
They're too into self, and so they miss out on the essence of life because they're absorbed with their own self-image. Somebody's gonna laugh at me. Somebody's gonna think negative of me. So and so they're not being able to express their full potential, especially the black children.
Yeah.
You know, we're happy people. We are African descendants.
Yes.
And when you think about the African culture, Africans are vibrant people. You know, that's our descendants. Even though I was born in Jamaica, our descendants are Africans. And Africans are very vibrant.
So they dance,
everything they do it's powerful. You know, and that's why maybe when I am so passionate when I talk. Maybe it seems like it's on an high pitch, but when I'm talking, it's like you need to give your full energy of what you know you are giving to people. Let them feel all of you. And so, you know, going back to my tradition, it's important.
Yeah.
You know, I remember growing up, you know, in Jamaica as a child, and when you go to church and when you see people are low, they never leave the same. When you see people are sick, they never leave the same. You know, in today's days that we're living in, it's quite different. I know that people is evolving and changes is happening. Nothing is wrong with that. Yeah. But when it comes on to worship, I believe that it should be done with all of you. All of you. And so I hold on to my tradition. Yeah. So this is what the porridge looks like. Yeah. Creamy and delicious. Yeah. So we are making porridge for you guys. Do you like porridge? You know, one of the things when we were growing up,
We never like porridge.
I never usually like porridge.
Cornmeal porridge.
My mom usually cook cornmeal porridge with all-dough bread. Lift your hands up if you had that. Yeah. So if mom is cooking ackee and saltfish and dumpling, woo,
That's
everybody
it.
is happy.
Mm.
Or she's doing some chicken or chicken back, curry chicken back, or curry chicken foot, or you know, everybody is so happy for that. But let mommy mention say, I'm gonna do porridge. Everybody face is like, ooh, porridge. Yeah. But getting older, you know, I started to enjoy porridge, and it's a different variety of porridge that we're having. It's like the oats porridge now, and you know, not just the cornmeal porridge. But those were quite good.
Yeah,
You know,
healthy.
it's really really healthy. It builds your cornmeal porridge, builds you, and it's really healthy for the body. But you know, children, you love your dumpling and you love your meat and stuff like that, and you don't mind having that every day.
Yeah.
So when mom cooking porridge, it's like, oh no, we don't want any porridge.
Especially if it is for dinner.
If it's for dinner, oh, even worse. No, we can't have porridge for dinner. But you have to accept it because when you're hungry, you have to eat it. That's it. You have no other choice but to eat it. Yeah. So today is a lovely day. The sun is shining, and we're just here chatting. You know, we're here chatting and expressing my journey growing up as a child, and you know, my journey in church. You know, I don't despise my beginning. You know, we have our good days and we have our bad days, but every experience of life is a lesson, you know, and it teaches you how to survive life. Because if you have only one way of growing up, if another way comes, you will struggle with that way. But when you have that balance, when you know what it is, you know, to feel hungry, or you know what it is to feel full, you actually have a balance there, you know. So it's quite beautiful to have a balance in your development, a really good balance. Yeah. So I'm having my lemon and ginger tea. I'm waiting for the breakfast to finish. So tell me, guys, remember guys, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button, okay? If you think that our videos that we are putting out there, and not everybody will like, not everybody will share, not everybody will subscribe.
Yeah.
But even if you watch it, we appreciate that you take the time out to watch our video, okay? And we look at feedbacks. Feedbacks are something that help you to grow. So when people get feedback, there's some feedback that are quite rude.
Yeah.
I can understand, not accepted, yeah. But I can understand where it's coming from, the individual that is coming from. So somebody like me will have an understanding, and it won't probably affect me like it would affect somebody else, because I do know that individuals are different. There are different categories of people out there, okay? So because I have a knowledge of that, I understand that the mindset of every individual are quite different. So you have positive mindset and you have negative mindset. So wherever that person may be in their mindset or in their emotion, that's how they're gonna hear things and express things. So when you get negative feedback, which is quite negative, it's not about you, because actually you know that you haven't done anything that is negative, you know, but it's about the person who have written the negative. Where is that person in his or her emotion? What has happened to that person for that person to feel this threatened by something that you have said in your video, or how you're expressing yourself in your video, or how you may look in your video? But it's not about you. Always remember, it's not about you. It's about the individual, where they are in their own emotions. Okay. So when you get feedback, don't digest it. Okay. It's the wrong food, so don't eat it. Okay, and it's not your food.
If it's negative.
If it's negative, when you get negative feedback and it's it's coming in such a negative way because you got constructive feedback and it's not negative because what they're trying to do is help you to grow and to develop in your videoing and to, you know, achieve a better viewing and stuff like that. But when you get the negative ones that makes your emotion feel bad and you feel like you want to give up, you don't want to do the videoing anymore, don't digest those ones because it's not about you. It's about where that person may be in their emotions. So they're giving you their pain. It's not your pain, it's their pain. Okay? A little lesson there. So the porridge is coming on. Let me just show you how the coconut looks in it. If you can see the little crunchiness of the coconut. Okay? Can you see that? Hopefully you can see. Ooh, it's going to be crunchy and nice. Yeah. So, ooh, my phone just turned upside and down. Yeah, that's it. Okay, fix it. Okay. So, we enjoy talking to you guys. You know, it's always a pleasure talking to you guys and just sharing our knowledge because I believe that human was placed on earth to help each other grow and develop. We're not here to put each other down, put our culture down, put our background down, you know, we're not here for that. We're here to, you know, inspire each other, to motivate each other, you know, just to uplift each other so we can grow and develop and reach to our full potential in life. So I believe that that's our part in life. And you don't have to have big education to do that. You don't have to go to a big qualification to do that. You don't have to go to university. You don't have to go to college to be good. You know, being good, you were born with that nature to choose to be good and to inspire people and to talk to people and to love people, you know, to appreciate and to respect each other. That's what we were placed on earth. We were born with that gifting. Okay? It cannot be taught. We can probably learn some things, but our original self was born to do good. Unfortunately, influence of other things, other experiences can allow us to act out of character and start doing negative things.
And treat people bad.
And treat each other bad. So, you know, if you can do good, do good. Can I get a spoon? Can I get a spoon? And I'm going to put some of my different mixture of seed in my cereal. Let me show you. So I'm putting a spoonful, it's quite empty, in my porridge. And let me just show you. So this is breakfast. Okay, have you got anything to say, Sheree?
Guys, love you, respect you, value you, and thank you guys for watching, and thank you to our new subscribers. We so appreciate you subscribing, and we hope that you will share with your friends
and family. Yeah. So from our God's Hallelujah Kitchen to wherever you may be in your own home, I hope that this video find you in a good emotions. Or hope this video allow you to think and hope you put a bit of smile on your face. So breakfast is served, and sorry for the noise. My sister's washing up, so she's making a lot of noise over there. But hope you enjoy watching. So this is breakfast. Ta-ta, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye.